welcome to another episode of Ask Tom. Today's question comes from Florida, a gentleman by the name of NJ. Let's find out what NJ has to ask.
Well, to Tom and to the group at the Loon Ventriloquism. First, guys, I'd like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas from our house to yours. It's been a while since I've spoken with you, Tom, or in fact haven't even seen you in got to be 3 years. Hope all's well. Been busy here with my kids' entertainment shows, so haven't been able to keep in touch. Well, I finally found time, so here's my question. When buying a puppet, should you first have the voice of the puppet before you buy it, or should you buy it and give the puppet a voice? That's my question for you today. There'll be others as we go along. Thank you very much. Again, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and stay well. Bye-bye.
Hey NJ, thank you so much for calling back in. Your first message came through kind of garbled. It sounded a little like this. In fact, it sounded exactly like that, and it went on for about, 30 seconds before it cut out. So I appreciate you taking and finding the time to ask your question again. And also, thank you very much for all the kind words. Thank you very much for, taking time out of your schedule to even watch these things. I appreciate it. I know you're pretty busy down there. And yeah, it's been a while. I hope to see you at the 40th Van Haven convention this summer. I hope you'll find time and finances to make it there, because it would be great to see you again. Now, in regards to your question, should you have the voice first? I'm a big believer in creating a character profile before you buy a puppet. We see so many really cool puppets, and you just want to get them because, oh man, they're awesome. But then you don't have a character for them. And I got to tell you, I had, when I started, in fact, I still have a bunch of them in my storage that I just don't use because they're great puppets, and I don't want to get rid of them because I love them, but I don't have characters for them, and I haven't had time to develop the characters for them. And sometimes, it's going to be a work in progress that takes years. So the character profile, I highly recommend. Now, should you have a voice for it? In some cases, when you get a puppet and you create the character profile first, you already have a voice in your head, and you can create that voice. Other times, you get the puppet, and it just doesn't seem to work for the puppet, and you have to keep playing with the voice. So there's no correct answer. You don't need to have the voice, but you should definitely have an idea of what the puppet's going to be like so you know if you're going to use the puppet. When you buy a puppet and you just start trying to come up with jokes for it, it doesn't always work. Now, it does work occasionally. Again, I'm not going to tell you it doesn't, but it's very, very rare. So should you have the voice first? Have the profile and hopefully have an idea of the voice, but don't hesitate to keep playing with it. And sometimes you got to play with it in front of an audience to see if it works. So, sorry I can't be more direct on that answer, but I hope that helps you out a little bit. Until next time, hey, by the way, if you want to ask a question, don't hesitate to head on over to the Learn Ventriloquism website. Click on the link below this video, and below any of the Ask Tom videos, you'll get to the SpeakPipe app on the webpage, and you can ask your question right there, or you can even email me. In fact, we have some email questions coming up real soon. Hey, thank you all so much for tuning in. This is Tom Crow, and I'll see you next week.